Hello everyone, and welcome to my new channel Doxia Gaming. You might know me from my other channel Doxia Studio, where I teach 3D visual effects, motion graphics and indie game development, or maybe not, because let's be real, the audience here is different. So what is this new channel and what's my goal? As a player, after long sessions of work and real life stuff, I start missing my gaming bubble. I miss MMOs, that special fun of meeting new friends, exploring a huge world and learning all the complex mechanics. Like any gamer, I go check YouTube, Twitch, Reddit, see how MMOs are doing nowadays. My favorite MMOs have always been Guild Wars 2, Black Desert Online, and I even check recent ones like Throne and Liberty and New World. While looking into BDO, I saw a video from Blue Quadron telling his story, and oh boy, it touched my soul.
We just started playing BDO all the time. It was like this crazy obsession that we had. Like, we fell in love with it. The game was so vast, there was so much to do. The systems were like insanely complicated, and like knowledge was power. That's the first thing that we learned, is knowledge is power.
It reminded me of the good old times grinding in BDO, a small 1 versus 1 suddenly exploding into Guild Wars, meeting friends, exploring the world, living those big adventures. Another thing that I loved about his video was how he went all in after losing his job, trying to do what he loves as a content creator, teacher and a gamer. That hit me. Because I'm also a content creator, I love sharing experiences, building a community, laughing at our mistakes together. So I thought, why not share my other side, not just art and game development, but gaming itself. That's the goal of this channel, share my experiences and adventures, and to study one big question. Is it possible to still enjoy MMOs as a casual gamer? I've recently become a dad, so I really wonder if I'll still have time and mental space to enjoy these worlds. If you're in the same spot, coming back to MMOs after years but now as a casual gamer, share your experience in the comments. But before we go further, if you're looking for a pro-level gameplay, smart min-maxing or big numbers, sorry, that's not what you'll find here. Here you'll see a casual gamer, not a total noob, because I was an hardcore MMO player in my 20s, but I'll make plenty of dumb mistakes, ask the community for help and just explore at my own pace. And honestly, that's the fun of these games, learning through mistakes, unlocking skill and pushing forward with friends. So, starting my first video, my first content in this channel, which MMO should I return to, or should I try a new one? I might check other MMOs in the future, but for now I've decided to return to Black Desert. I love to grind, I love visual effects, and as you all know, Black Desert has one of the best fast-paced combat out there. It has some complexity on it, not just button smash, not as complex as Guild Wars 2 in my opinion, of course, but they are different types of combat systems, so we can't really compare them or put on the same category. Black Desert has the open PvP world as well. Some of my favorite memories on BDO were the same as I had on Mu Online, Cabal Online or Two Moons back in the early 2000s, where we were fighting for a grinding spot, where a 1 vs 1 suddenly turned into a 5 vs 5 and even sometimes bigger guild fights. So this time I decided to record myself returning to video and share my experience with you. Maybe there are other players facing the same questions as me and missing that love for MMOs. Starting Black Desert after so long, of course I had to check my old main characters, my striker and my lawn. I even had a Wusa created maybe a year ago, but I stopped because I forgot to join a guild or meet people. I just logged in to grind during short time windows and forgot what I love the most about MMOs, the community. It is funny to see all these characters below level 60 and thinking, when I used to play this game, it was really hard to get to 60. It would take months to reach it, and now with a seasonal character you can get it in just a few days or hours. I wonder how the game progression is after level 61 and the current state of the game. It has been around 7 years I think since I've played this game seriously, so a lot of things have changed for sure. First, there are a lot of new characters and luckily they have a trial feature to give them a try. Instead of watching the best grinders or S tier classes, I prefer to check what suits me. This game relies heavily on grinding for hours, so in my opinion, it is better to pick a class you really like instead of going with one just thinking it will be good endgame. In my opinion, and by experience, if you don't enjoy the character mechanics, combat and visuals, you may stop playing before reaching the endgame, where those S-tier classes shine. But to be honest, I think in this game every class has its strengths and weaknesses, so it is better to pick what you love and not just think of endgame better grinders. So I tried a few characters, Wuza, Shone again, but I remember I got triggered with the blinks and delayed damage of Awakening. I consider leveling again a Sorceress, Mystic or Lon because reaching 261 now is really fast, but I wanted to give another class a try, so I tried Dracania, and those effects and movement just hit the good spot in my heart. I love those effects. The combination of lightning, blue and burning red was just amazing. So class selected, character created, I was back to the good old BDO as I remembered. Riding my horse from grind spot to grind spot, killing monsters, and this combat is something else. This is what I love the most in BDO. This time, since we get a free mythical horse, moving from spot to spot is really fast compared to the old days. So more time fighting instead of moving around the map, and so I was just having fun, upgrading my gear, killing mobs, exploring skill combos, and watching those creatures die. It is funny saying I was enjoying upgrading my gear since this is BDO after all. It is fun until we reach that fail stack madness. But yeah, I understand they can complicate the game at the start. If new players found out how crazy it is to upgrade your gear, mid and end game, they would just rage quit. And from quick reading on social media, it seems the game gives you a lot of end game gear for free. I guess I will find out about that later. Now I'm just focusing on exploring this class, skill combos and getting that experience. This class really has amazing skill effects. As a visual effect artist, these skills really resonate with me. When I notice a dragon shadow flying by me when I cast a skill is just amazing. While I was leveling to level 50, I was in Ogre spot. Nice flashbacks started to come back to me. I used to grind on this spot trying to get that hair loot, that Ogre ring, and I had a lot of guild fights in this spot. Everyone was trying to reserve the mobs for themselves to get that loot, and I have such fun memories at this spot. Made me a bit nostalgic and gave me hype to keep pushing forward to get to that mid game. After level 50 and getting nostalgic, I had to go to another famous spot of BDO, Sozans. Every BDO player who played back in the days got power level here or had a few fights in here. It was such a popular spot with great silver grind and experience. It was the spot where new players would fall in love with BDO by watching high level players fighting for the spot. First time watching a 1 vs 1 turning into guild fights, and you would just stay there watching all the action and getting hyped to get that power and level fast. Blue talks about this experience in his video as well.
Into these Saucon parties where I walked up to this guy and I still remember his name. That's how impactful it was. The guy that leveled my Dark Knight from 55 to 56 at Saucon's was named Toilet Water. And he was an awakening wizard and an absolute unit of a person, okay? Because two people came to contest his rotation. You gotta understand it. Back then, guys, just a completely different time back then.
It was such a special moment. I guess now with the seasonal system, players don't get to experience this. I understand they are trying to help players catch up to mid-game, but this experience is one of the reasons we got stuck to BDO. I think if you make it super easy on everything, you start losing core experience on MMO. I was hyped and nostalgic, leveling at Sozans, getting really close to level 56, where I would get the awakening of Dracania that I was waiting for, when suddenly I had to do a quick break. Remember when I said I recently become a dad? Well, I'm not a 20-year-old gamer anymore, without big responsibilities, so my newborn baby boy started to cry, and so I had to stop the grind and take care of him. He was napping on my lap, and so I thought, what would a gamer dad do? I have just a few time windows to play the game, so while keeping him sleeping, I put him on a baby carrier wrap, I think that's the name in English, and went back to grind. Gamer dad mode unlocked. And so we reached level 56 and did a quick celebration without waking him up. He was sleeping deeply. Did the awakening quests, not that special like the old days, because now it is easy to get to level 56 after all. Back in the days it would take months to reach 56, and so this moment would have a great impact. I think because I played when it was hard to get to 56, I always try to play a character in Awakening instead of Succession. I don't know, maybe in the future this feeling will change, but for now I can only enjoy Awakening classes. And then I finally got the skill effects that I wanted, Dracarys baby. I was hyped to try combos, but family duty called. Time to log off, help my wife take care of the baby and the pets. After shutting down, I kept thinking, with only a few hours to play each day, does this actually make the game better for me? When I was younger, I'd grind for 20 hours straight, never stop, just pushing forward. But now with forced breaks, I kept thinking about the game, watching guides, planning combos, getting hyped for my next short session. Maybe that's the key for casual gamers, not burning out, but keeping that excitement alive between sessions. So let's see, will BDO keep me hooked as a dad gamer with limited time? We'll find out together. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's a brand new channel, so every click really helps. And tell me in the comments, have you come back to MMOs as casual gamer? What was your experience? Thank you so much for watching and see you soon in this big magical world.